How does it feel to know that Nicole picked you as Shag in Shag, Marry, Kill on Watch What Happens Live?
I saw that, so I texted her about it because I was actually mad. I was like, Shag? I said, you wouldn't marry me? And she said that she had to make the politically correct answer or something. I don't know.
I'm right. I just want to say I'm right. My tweets were right all summer long. I was right. I win. Everybody else loses. I called it.
Oh, you didn't call anything. There's nothing to be called.
Oh, no, I called it. It's going to happen. Just wait. And welcome to a very special postseason show with Nick. We have so much to get to on this show, but just let me let you guys know first, if you've missed any of our previous shows with people like Nicole or Cliff or Kemi or Sam or any of the previous house guests, you can check them all out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb21. You can see our live feed daily update shows there as well. If you've missed anything that happened during the season or want more info, we have all of the clips and the stuff that they didn't show on the television shows, and get flashback times over there. Everything is at our Big Brother 21 page. Of course, you could change that BB21 to BB anything you want, all the way down to like 12, because we've been covering Big Brother that long, and we have all the interviews with all your favorite house guests from like the past 10 years. Of course, make sure that if you are watching back though on YouTube, that you thumbs up and subscribe, comment below, hit the bell so you're notified when a new video comes out. And of course, if you are listening on iTunes, which I just learned has been dismantled, leave a 5-star rating and a nice review. Except here's the thing, I know that iTunes no longer exists and you're probably having trouble getting the feed on podcast. I am working on it. I hope to have that fixed by the end of today or tomorrow, the latest, so I apologize, podcast people. I am working on fixing that. You guys are live right now watching In You Now. Make sure that you become a fan here so that you're alerted every time that we go live. We'll be live tomorrow night with Tommy, so make sure you fan here. It's completely free. You get alerted every time we go live, then you can hang out in the chat. Same thing with TV Co. Follow us over there so that you're alerted every time we go live. That's where we do our live Survivor shows, Amazing Race, Bravo, The Challenge. All of those happen live on TV Co. and here as well on You Now. So if you want to watch live, you got to be following us on those to interact with chat. And then, of course, like I said, they're on the website and iTunes and YouTube after the fact. Of course, if you want to help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Patrons get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows just for patrons, the after shows like the one with Nick after this show, John's cooking shows, meal kit giveaways for the week, other prizes. It just, you guys get so much, and it really helps support our shows, as does doing a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Without your guys' financial support, we couldn't keep all of this going, so we really, really appreciate when you guys do. Of course, the sharing on social media, putting our content in places where you think people would enjoy it, is a great way. Just sharing, liking social media. Make sure that you're following us on Instagram, because you can win Nicole's slippers from her HOH basket. You only have 3 more days to follow us on Instagram on that Nicole post. To win Nicole slippers from her HOH basket. So make sure you guys go do that right away. And of course, if you have any Amazon shopping to do, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You don't pay any more, and it really helps support our shows. That being said, let's get to the man you all want to hear from. It's Nick.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Nick. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm having a good Monday.
You are having a good Monday? I don't know how that is possible, Nick.
Well, when you get back into the real world, it kind of just, every day's a good day, honestly.
Nick, that's not what I meant.
Oh, my bad.
Nick, now this show, Nick, it is for your fans to ask their questions. We're going to have a lot of fun on this show, but I feel like I was not honest, and I need to address my huge issue with you, Nick, because I do actually have a huge Nick problem.
Great.
And I'd like to get it out of the way right now, Nick.
All right, let's get it.
Why would you willingly and purposely choose to live in New Jersey?
Well, that's where I was born, so I don't know. I just never moved out. I like Jersey. It's cool, I guess.
Well, if I lived there too, I don't know if I would be like, I hate it here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm close to Philly. I'm like 15, 20 minutes from Philly. I love Philly. I'm a big sports fan, so it's close to that. I don't want to live in the city, so it's like the perfect mix between both. But there are some weird things. Like we don't pump our own gas in Jersey.
Oh, I'm aware you don't pump your own gas. A feature I love on the way to Atlantic City.
I actually don't. I rather pump my own gas. I don't like waiting for the gas attendants.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think it's because it's not safe if you step outside of your car in New Jersey.
I don't really think Jersey's that bad. At least my town's not that bad.
No, I'm totally messing with you. I have, like, all season long, all the time long, I just talk shit about New Jersey, and I'm in a war with New Jersey Girl on Twitter about it, but I just figured we had to get it out of the way first, Nick. Well, people are starting to put their questions for you. You guys can leave them in the chat. You can tweet me them with hashtag YRRLive. Make sure that since you guys are here right now, you spread the word, Square, Megaphone, Up Arrow, whatever the newest sharing of the show is, and you now make sure you do that. And like I said, become a fan so that you guys are alerted when we go live. And Nick has also graciously agreed that the #1 fan on today's show gets a Skype call with Nick. So if you want a Skype call with Nick, become the #1 fan on this show. Now, seriously, Nick, I do, in all seriousness, I do want to address, because I want chat to be able to have your fans get their questions into you. So I did want to address right off the bat, like, one of the hot topics from the season, and let you say kind of what you want to say about it. And it's the whole Nicole and anxiety issue. Nicole talked about it on our show yesterday, saying she completely understood why you questioned that about her, and that this is the game of Big Brother, and obviously we don't know what to trust and what not to trust. But I know that people are upset about that, so I wanted to know, what did you want to say about? I'm sure you've seen what people are saying about the issue.
Right. I know people are upset about it, and that, hurts me. So pretty much the story with me and Nicole, when we first, moved into the house, me and Nicole were really, 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 really anxious. We couldn't eat. We would check in with each other daily. Hey, Nicole, did you eat? Hey, Nick, did you eat? Like, we would always have each other's back. It was that type of thing. Me and Nicole didn't really have a game relationship, but we had a personal relationship. When I found out during my HOH that I thought Nicole was lying about what she said, I was like, oh my God, Nicole is a master manipulator. She was lying to me the whole time. I was like, I'm crushed, because I felt hurt because I had confided in her so much in my own anxiety, and she had confided in what I thought was hers, which is real. That went during that moment, I saw the clip of it, and I said, Nicole, I said, do you really have anxiety, or is it part of your gameplay? And if it is part of your gameplay, respect. I told her I respected it. If it was part of her gameplay, I understood, but I just wanted to know, because I thought we did have this connection on a personal level, and I thought that it was just part of her gameplay and it wasn't genuine, and it scared me. In the moment. I didn't mean any harm by it. I would have never questioned her anxiety, saying, oh, you don't have it, you don't have it. It's a game where people lie and manipulate. And I had thought I just got manipulated by her on my own HOH. So I was like, what else could she have manipulated me on? She wasn't. She was telling the truth. Obviously, I've only watched 10 episodes, but I saw that episode. That was a tough one to watch. But I never meant anything bad towards Nicole. Me and Nicole have a fantastic relationship. I talk to her literally every day. We text every day. We had a fantastic relationship in the house. We were always checking in on each other. There's so much evidence from the show, from the feeds, that show how much love and care, support, and caring I am towards Nicole. I was so upset when I found out that people were upset by that comment. I didn't mean it in a negative way. I would never shame mental health. If you become a mental health therapist, you don't do it for the money. It's not like we have this luxurious career. We're doing it to help other people. It was a personal question. I didn't didn't think I said it in a negative way when I rewatched it. I told her I respected it if it was a game move, and that was that. But I really am truly sorry that I offended people by that, and I would never shun or make fun of someone's anxiety or call them a liar in the real world. I didn't know in a game where people lie and manipulate if she was doing that to me.
In all honesty, and I know people don't like that I agree with you on this topic, but that's kind of how I felt in the moment as well. And it doesn't even matter what I think. It more matters what Nicole thinks about it. And if you guys listen to the Nicole show, that's exactly what she said. She didn't feel that there was any maliciousness meant behind it. And
right. When I talked to Nicole about it, because I talked to her once I got out of the show and realized that people were upset, and I said, Nug, I call her Nugget, but I said, Nug, are you upset that I made that comment? She was like, I wasn't upset that you asked me. She was like, I was just upset that you didn't trust me. Like, it didn't have anything to do with the question. It was just that I didn't trust her. But she wasn't offended by it at all. I didn't mean it in an offensive way. I literally was just asking her what I thought was a game question, and I told her that if it was a game move that I would respect it. So I didn't mean for it to come across in a negative way, and I really am truly sorry to anyone that I offended.
Yeah, I mean, we love, like, I cannot tell you how pre-season, Nick, it was like your pre-season interview. We do a lot here for mental health as well, awareness. We do like shows about depression with house guests. So like to see you in that Ica interview being like, I want to raise awareness for mental health and Flint doesn't have water. And I'm like, yeah, Nick is going to be this amazing player. Like we couldn't wait to watch you, implement those things into the game. Now, arguably, maybe we didn't see so much of them in the game, but it's a game. And my point is, I want to take this question from Michelle. She said, we loved you pre-season and everything we saw. Do you feel that going into that house changed you at all in any way or made you feel you had to act ways that you normally wouldn't?
I feel like when you go into the house, it's like a pressure cooker. I think that everything is so intensified. I feel like you're on another planet. You're not in the real world. Like you're in a game, but like reality isn't like set. Like you don't think of a real world. I didn't really think of, I thought of my family, but it wasn't like a concerning issue when I was on the game. I constantly was just thinking game, which was part of my demise. I do think I lost myself a little bit. I think I lost myself a little bit week 3. That was tough for me, but I thought I recouped well throughout the season, and I'm not proud of all my decisions that I made, but I'm learning to grow and to become a better person. I think that I had to go down a little bit before I could come up, and I thought that I was growing in my life before I got on, and I was really maturing, and I got on the show, and stuff happened, and then I'm like, Nick, like you really got to get it together. So. I tried my best to do that throughout the season. I was trying to watch what I said, but I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow as a person. I think that you can take every bad moment as a positive and find the positive of it and be like, okay, this is what I did. How am I going to fix it? How am I going to show people that I'm changing? How am I going to show people that I want to change? And that's sort of my goal right now.
And I think that is the key. I say that all the time. No matter how much we don't like what people have done in the game, I'm always willing to give people a second chance outside of the house if they apologize and then actually show that they're taking the steps with actions to do it. Because we watched everyone lie all summer. We don't really know that we believe your apologies.
I mean, I've reached out to people from the show, and I apologize to everyone individually.
I mean, Nicole did say that to us as well. She said you and Bella were actually the only 2 people that apologized to her for, the, I guess, bullying segment is what we are calling it, yikes. The upstairs. Yeah, upstairs. Now, have you watched any of that back yet?
I saw that episode, yes.
And, like, what do you want to say about that now, watching it back?
So I watched it, obviously, I loved it as well. During that time, during the episode that I saw, we turned away 3 people from the HOH room. It turned away David. What wasn't shown on the show, I know it was shown on the feeds, but it wasn't shown on the show, is that there was a rule during Jack's HOH that we weren't going to talk game in front of Camp Comeback people. So David came back, tried to come in the room, and I said, hey, David, we're talking game. And then Cliff came up, and I said, hey, Cliff, can you give me a minute? And then Nicole came up. I didn't react to that one. Other people in the house did. They came in, said you can't come in, and it was a little bit rough. I think they treated her not so nicely in the heat of the moment, and they came up, and then I know Ovi was upset. I guess when we were in there, for my mindset was, we're an alliance of 8. We're having problems within us. Why would we let someone not within our 8 come in? The only person that should have been allowed really to come into that conversation was Nicole, but I was worried about her because Sis and Jackson were not very happy with her at that time. I thought she was be like an 8v1. During that fight, I really was just kind of sitting there and just listening to Bella and Sis and Christy and Holly just kind of like compare notes and everything. I wasn't saying like, oh, you can't come in because you're not cool enough, or like, you guys can't come in. It wasn't like that. It was, okay, this is our alliance. We're having problems with our alliance. Why allow other people in our room when we're trying to have a discussion? I get that we were loud, and I guess I didn't really realize how loud we were when we were in there. I talked to David about it after, and he was like, yeah, it didn't sound good. And I was like, I really am so sorry. Like, and David understood, and Nicole, like, Nicole was like, I wish I would have had a chance to say my piece. And I was like, I get it. I completely understand. But I was like, there was like hyenas in there ready to pounce. And I thought she would have gotten not a chance to say what she wanted or what she felt.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the only part that I will just reiterate is that what I give you a lot of credit for in this is everyone has seen you apologize for it. You apologize for it when you were in the house. You apologize for it in the backyard interviews. You know, so I give you a lot of credit for that. And like you said, taking steps to, you know, show that you are trying to change and be better in the things that have happened or you went through in the house. So I really respect that about you now post season, the way that you have handled the stuff. And I'm hoping that your other castmates will do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope, you know, everyone deserves a chance to speak. I haven't seen everything that other people have done in the house that have gotten stuff for. I don't think I saw everything when I was in the house. I learned about things when I got into the jury house, but obviously without seeing it, it's hard to make, you know, a judgment on it. So I think everyone has a chance to say their piece and say what their feelings were about it.
I see Debbie Dawn, and actually in chat said, and I was going to ask, do you think, like, looking back, allowing Jack to, you know, say, no one's going to talk game to those people, like, do you wish that you would have handled that a little bit differently with Jack?
I mean, I don't know. He was the HOH. Like, what do you do when someone's in power and you're not? Stand up to them when I already was worried that he was going to put me up. I didn't really think that would be smart. I got it. I understood it. I understood sort of what he did. I know people were still doing it anyway. I was still talking to David. Right after I made my noms, I talked to David and I was like, bro, I need you back in this game. Like, I need you. He's like, I got you. So like me and David would talk. I would try not to get too gamey. I was just trying to like not be the one person that did it and then be like, oh, well, you did it. You're not following the rules.
Right.
Because, you know, people in power, when you're in power, you abuse it sometimes. I don't know if you ever seen the Stanford prison experiment, but that's a great example of it. Hold on a sec. Are you okay? Sorry, my mom's here, and she just walked in. She's like looking like you can walk by.
Well, hi, sorry. Nick's mom.
She said hi.
Hi.
Hi. Well, all right. Well, hey, hi. All right, we didn't see her, but that's okay.
She left.
It's probably better. It's probably better that we just heard the voice of hello, Nick's mom. Okay, chat is all saying hi to Nick's mom too. Okay, well, speaking of the ladies in your life, Nick, we have seen you go through some this season.
Yeah.
So first, I just want to, again, you're getting so many of the questions, the same type of question from people. I'm just trying to like put them together into one. So first, let me ask you about Bella. Like, where do things stand now with you and Bella? Have you guys had a chance to talk? I mean, are things good between you two now?
Yeah, absolutely. So me and Bella had talked. We met up the day after finale. So finale was on a Wednesday. So I met with her on Thursday. I met with her and Sam. And we had pretty much talked, and I let her know everything that had gone on. I was pretty upset with what happened, what they showed. I actually confided in them and let them know that I was starting to have feelings for Catherine, and I asked them if they couldn't show that.
Mm-hmm.
And when the cameras were there, I didn't do anything with her, but I saw the edit, and it made it look like, because me and Catherine were friends, so I didn't think that me like putting an arm around her, anything like that, was anything different than we had done.
Right, there you go.
Yes, like that's an edit, but like, so we don't choose to sit there. We don't choose to sit on that. They pair us together, and I don't know what shots they're taking.
Right.
I felt like, you know, I take responsibility for what happened with the Isabella thing. I think they did her more wrong than they did me. I didn't really think that was necessary for them.
I agree.
I thought it was a little bit outrageous, to be honest with you, and for her, not for me. I get my thing, and everyone knew that I wanted to be the one to talk to Isabella on finale night and let her know. But I couldn't. I asked so many times in the jury house, hey, just give me a 5-minute phone call with her. Give me a 5, but obviously you're not allowed. So I tried to be the one to be able to talk to her, and it didn't happen. So long story short, I met with her afterwards. We discussed everything, and we're friends. We're friends now. You know, it was hard for her. I know that it caused her grief, and I really am truly sorry for that. I didn't think that anything was going to be shown. I still don't understand the reason for it 2 episodes before the finale, but
really, you don't? Like, you don't on the reality TV show about drama?
Well, no, I get it, but I mean, I don't know. I guess I didn't think. I don't know. Since I confided in them, I felt like my trust was broken.
Nick. No. I have some people you can talk to, like a Christine Bratsch, or they love to exploit those storylines, and they usually are usually low key against the women. Like usually it's the women that they try and make look really bad, which I felt like it was subtle shade towards Bella, which was like, what did she do to make people mad for this? But I agree. This is a little bit ridiculous when I feel like they could have been focusing on other stuff. But so you and Bella are good now. And can you say anything about your relationship with Kat, or would you call it a relationship? I mean,
I wouldn't say me and Catherine have a relationship. I would say me and Catherine are like best friends. When we got out of the show, we hung out pretty much every day until I came back home. I am going to visit her in Dallas in a couple weeks. For the Dallas, it's the Cowboys are playing the Eagles, so I'm going to a game with her, and I'll hang out with her for a little bit. Right now, I think that I need to focus on myself and getting myself, you know, I need to like get love for myself again and fully love myself again.
Right.
Until, you know, before I can love another person.
Sure.
I think I realized that. So me and Catherine are really good. Like we talk every day. We FaceTime like multiple times a day. I care about her extremely a lot. That didn't make sense, but like a lot. I care about her so much as a person. And I don't really think it's, you know, we had discussed like not really thinking that being together right now is the best decision for us. We're kind of just seeing how it goes. Like if it works out, like we're so for it, and if it doesn't, we're going to be best friends. But it's definitely, it's not a relationship, but it's not a relationship. Did that make sense?
It makes complete sense. I saw people were asking, I'll take it from BB High, did you get your necklace back from Bella?
I did. I got it back. She gave it back to me on finale night. It's actually I got this chain during the show because mine kept hitting the microphone. So I'm still waiting for them to send me my smaller chain back. But she did give it back. She's not petty.
She's not. Okay, good. Love that. Now, Nick, you did cause me seriously some distress. Well, you didn't cause me distress this season, but fans caused me distress this season. And I think we need to talk about your last relationship that you've had. Assuming you know the one that I'm talking about. Your one, the relationship that you had with your friend Tommy.
I love Tommy.
Oh, yes. Love Tommy. You love Tommy. Now, Nick, I don't want to embarrass you with this, but I was embarrassed on the show, and I might have to address it now. Somebody said to me while we were doing one of our live feed update shows, have you seen the Nick foot massage? And I said, what? I don't want to watch a foot massage. And they were like, no, watch the foot massage. And I went, I don't want to watch a foot massage. That's gross. They went, no, watch the foot massage. And then, Nick, I watched the foot massage. Nick, do you want to comment about the foot massage that happened with Tommy?
I don't know if I should be laughing.
No,
funny. Me and Tommy have a great relationship. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality, so I like to like mess with Tommy and tease Tommy. So like I know that Tommy had a big crush on me, so I would just sort of mess around with him. Tommy would always say consent. Like we would always, that was our joke. Consent, consent, consent. Like every time we would like hang out, cuddle, whatever.
Right.
It was just funny because he would start blushing, and I guess I shouldn't have done that, but I don't know. Me and Tommy just have a great relationship, and yeah, I probably wouldn't do it again, knowing that it was shown on TV. But yeah, I don't know how
that wasn't. It wasn't shown on TV. I don't think. Was
well,
that?
I mean, on the feeds.
Sure, on the feeds. Yes, it was.
Right, like I have someone sent me the video. Like I have it.
Oh yeah, we might have played. Well, I mean, I was forced to play. I was tricked, Nick. I was going to say I was tricked. I thought I was going to be. No, I really was. I really thought it was going to be a foot massage, and I thought people were just trying to gross me out. But yeah, we did that. But it was fun. No, I think that is completely harmless. I think there is a difference. Don't get me wrong. I think there is a difference when. You know, there have been players in the past who have used sexuality with, like, a straight guy in the house with the gay person has kind of used sexuality to manipulate their game. I don't feel that is at all what was happening with you.
No, Tommy's my boy. Like, me and Tommy, I talk to Tommy, Kat, and Nicole every day, multiple times a day. Like, they're my best friend. Then I talk to Sam a lot too, but he works like a lot right now. So I only get to talk to him for like a little bit, and he's got 2 kids. But they're like like continuously every day, all day. Tommy's my best friend, and literally I just love Tommy's personality. He's like, how do you not like him? Like he wouldn't have been top 3 in AFP if people didn't like him. Like he's just fun to be around. He's always energetic. He's always doing stuff to make me laugh. So yeah, he's an amazing guy. I love Tommy.
I now feel bad that I asked that, realizing that your mom's in the room. So we're going to move on.
It's just fine.
So we're going to move on. And I'm going to say, I see that you got this from a whole bunch of people, but I'm going to take it from Rachel Ann says, so knowing what you know now, 1, would you play Big Brother again?
Sorry. I thought you were asking twice. I don't know. I don't know. I think that for the competitive wise, 100%. Being locked in a room, a studio for how many days, being cut off from the world, and being put under intense stressors and being under surveillance 24/7. No. I don't know. I love the game though. It was so fun. Like I didn't want to leave. You know, I made it 72 days, and I was so proud of myself for that. I thought 72 days would be a little bit better than 8th place, but it wasn't. But whatever.
Go ahead.
But no, game wise, yeah, for sure. I think that I don't know. It's still tough adjusting out, coming back into the real world, seeing how things have turned out. They're not bad, but there's things that like you can always see, and like you look back on, you're like, oh, Nick, you're an idiot, or why did you do that? And then like you just remember that you're in a pressure cooker with extreme emotions and intensity, and you just have to be so secure and like mentally able to like not ever flip. I think that I tried my best. I struggled with it a couple times.
I don't know how people deal with it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I also think, I don't believe that one of you would turn it down. Even the people that are like, no way, no way. I don't believe anybody turns down a 1 in 16 chance at 500,000 if they were asked.
It wasn't about the money though. Like I didn't play the game for the money. I played the game because I'm a competitor and I love to compete. Jackson was, I've only been watching since season 17, is the best competitor I've ever seen in the game. Like I said, I've only been watching from 17 on.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen, best competitor. I mean, he single-handedly knocked me out. No one else was beating me in that free to zing veto. So he's a beast. The kid won 10 comps, 11 comps.
Yeah.
So he was tough to beat. I think that I could have went really far. So I really went for the competition. I told them that when I tried out, I was like, listen, I'm not here for the money. Like the money's a bonus. I'm here to win. Like I want to be one of the better players to play. I do feel like I played a good game. I feel like I played too hard too quick. But after Bella left, I really, I won that veto, and like I lost my showmans and my best friend back-to-back weeks. I made it another month. Right. I was on both sides of the house, and really, if Christy wasn't deciding to blow up my game, I probably would have made it a little bit further. If Sis stayed, I had the votes going forward. I would have had Tommy, Nicole, and Sis going forward, and you really only needed 3 votes, so I was going to be good.
Right. Well, we're going to get to Taco Tuesday, but since since you just mentioned Bella, let me ask a few Bella-related questions now. Danetta Jones Costa says, Do you feel that Bella fueled a lot of the back and forth in the first part of the season with you and other house guys? So a lot of the drama. Do you feel like she caused a lot of that drama in the game in the first half?
So when I was in the game,
yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't know what she was doing. When I just came home and watched the first 10 episodes, hell yes. She's an amazing person, but I thought I talked a lot. Dang. She was telling everyone everything.
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow. And like, that's what, and people were telling me that in the game after she left, like, listen, like, she was so bad for your game. Like, Nicole had told me, like, she looked at me straight in the face. She's like, I'm telling you right now, Isabella is awful for your game. I'm like, she's not? Like, what is she doing? I didn't know what she was, like, I wasn't, like, following her around. I didn't know she told Sam about Grateful. She told Jack about the Black Widows. What else was she doing? She was just telling everyone everything. Like, she was, like, playing, I guess, kind of playing both sides.
Right.
And, yeah, she definitely wasn't good for my game. But, I mean, I don't know necessarily if I was for hers either.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite moment was Nicole being like, it was you to Bella. I don't have a problem with you, Nick, but it was you, Bella. We were all like,
I know. That was, it was in the RV. Are you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Me and Nicole had a really good conversation. I was upset when I saw the episode. Like, me and Nicole had like an hour-long conversation, very calm, like respectable, and like they just showed me like coming in and then walking out. I was like,
Yeah. I also saw a few questions from people that maybe you can clear some things up, because there were things that confused us. Number one, I think this is a great question from Curtis, who wants to know, why did you say a goat can only make one sound when you voted for Jackson?
So I said, I don't know what sound the goat makes. I was calling Jackson the goat, like the greatest of all time.
Okay.
So I was making a joke, but I didn't know what sound the goat made. And like, I didn't have like a speech before I went up.
Okay.
So like, strictly on gameplay, by the way.
Right.
Strictly on gameplay, I thought that Jackson, and like I said, from 17 on, and Tyler was my goat before him. I still think that Tyler's amazing. But Tyler was my goat. But what Jackson did, like, he didn't get enough credit in the house while we were in there for his social game. He was a beast at that as well. Like, he wasn't just a physical threat. He tried to, manipulate. I just watched the episode where he was trying to get me to think that Nicole threw the rogue vote, and like, I knew it wasn't her. So that was funny. But yeah, he's tricky. I know that he also wanted to try to push a Taco Tuesday. I saw it in his face. I didn't care. I was doing it regardless if he wanted me to or not. So, but he was good. He was behind the scenes in a lot.
If you look, I mean, again, it is, I don't say it lightly when I say if you, put disregard, because I don't mean disregard, but if you look at just Jackson's moves, like what he did game-wise, winning comps, manipulating people, stuff like that, on paper, I agree with you. Jackson has a really amazing game and made huge moves, and if it wasn't for, the other stuff that, he said or did during the season on like a social level. He would have won unanimously. It wouldn't even been a decision.
Right. And that's why we asked him the questions that we did, because we wanted to give him a chance to just explain himself, because we knew that he wasn't going to get them if we didn't. So that was our kind of goal. We didn't really know anything else was going to go on.
And I mean, you said it correctly. He was definitely fueling that fire of Taco Tuesday, sipping. He made sure he was aligned perfectly behind you. And that is when I was like, oh, Jackson knows way more what he's doing in this game than he is letting on.
So what happened with that was I was just sitting outside reading the Bible. And now, mind you, my game was getting blown up like every week. Catherine had just blown up my game the week before in her eviction speech. Jess was like talking about me for like weeks, just on a game level too. It was nothing personal. Me and Jess have a great personal, well, not great, but we have a good personal relationship. It was just game that we didn't get along. But like, she was trying to get me up. She was pissed off that I didn't get put up during Tommy's HOH. Then she was trying to get me as a replacement nominee. So it was like frustrating. So like, my game keeps getting blown up. I'm just minding my own business, like reading the Bible, and I hear Christy like, oh, I was going to blow up someone's game on Taco Tuesday. She doesn't really sound like that, but that was my impersonation of her. But I'm not going to do it. So I'm like, I can't handle this anymore. So I walk out into the eviction where we sit for the eviction, and Nicole came out. I was like, was she just talking about me? She said yes. So I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna go talk to Jackson. So I go up to talk to Jackson, and Jackson already knows about it because I see it in his face. I'm like, oh boy, he really knows about this. So I was like, okay, so he probably wants this to happen. Makes sense. So I to the DR. So I walk down, go to the DR. I'm going to calm down. And like the DR did a bad job. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I can't keep having my game getting blown up. So I just went outside and was, where's Christy? The one thing I do appreciate about the whole Taco Tuesday thing is that me and Christy, didn't make it personal at all. It was literally strictly game. Like even right after our fight, we went up to each other and like we were like, thank you for not making it personal. Like it was strictly just game.
Your cast was so weird about that. I do agree with you. And a lot of these arguments and stuff, specifically more so, Christy would always be like, you're the worst and your game is bad and I think that you should go home and I want to evict you. But I love you and your hair looks good today. But I just want to say that I'm voting you out. And great choice, Richard. It was so weird. But I do have to say, it was also a little kind of hot. I don't know why I like guys when they start yelling at people. But when you were like banging on the table and like, Christy, although I will say, regardless of anything else, like regardless of what people feel about anything this season, Nick, you gave us hashtag manifest the truth.
Bro, I heard about, so I didn't know about that until after I got out. They were like, yeah, when you said manifest the truth, bro, it went like pretty viral and I was laughing. Yeah. That and me getting pied in the DR apparently was a big hit.
Yeah, getting pied in the DR was, I think we all were, I just think of a whole season of us listening to Christy being like, manifest, you have to manifest, and for you just to be like, manifest the truth.
I just was so frustrated with her because like she lies. She lies so much in the game and like, I felt like I was overly transparent and like, so that's what I kept trying to tell her and like, I don't know. I haven't got to that episode yet. Obviously, I only finished episode 10. But
yeah,
like I said, day 33 in the bathroom. Like I don't know if they showed it. She said these 3 things, and she did. And she was like, I swear on my sister. And I'm like, oh my god! Like I know you said it for 100% fact. If someone went back to the feeds, day 33 in the bathroom when I was having a talk with her, she said she didn't want to go to 6 with showmances. That Nicole would take a shot at Jack, and that she didn't like Mickey as a person. And
right.
She like said that she denied that she said she would let Nicole take a shot. I don't know. She was good at the game. I'm not taking anything away from her. Like that vote, her ability to stay that week was absolutely incredible. I mean, it was at mind of minds, but I didn't really like how she did it. But I don't know. When I watch it again, I'll see like if maybe it's not as big because I know Jackson did the same thing to Tommy, and I feel like I respected that move. So like I have to respect Christy.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a good, I mean, what, like Christy said, what else could she do? Like, her game was over. She needed to do something.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, it was amazing. I mean, she stayed and an extra 2 weeks because of it. So, and she pretty much brought my game down with that. I just had to do the Taco Tuesday thing though, because she had already come up to me and let me know that she at least gave me the courtesy of letting me know that she was going to campaign against me, doing her thing. So I figured, at this point, I might as well just go out and say everything in front of everyone. That way I can defend myself.
Right.
So I did. And, I hand-fed Sis what she had to go up to Jackson and say before Taco Tuesday happened. I said, listen, you were freaking out when you got put up a pawn. I said, go up there, apologize, say, listen, I'm so sorry that I freaked out when I got put up a pawn. I was just a little bit blindsided, but going forward, like, I'm not going after you. That's literally all she had to say, but she didn't do it. She didn't apologize, and she didn't promise him safety, and that's the reason that she went. So that just wasn't great gameplay on her part, but it is what it is.
I want to take another question from people in the chat, because I know what I think people are saying the answer to this is, but I want to hear if you know what the actual answer is. So your BB comic, we were all confused.
Yeah, I was confused too. So I asked them about it because we were confused in the jury house. Thank you for showing the one with the good hair, by the way.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So I asked them, I said, can you explain to me my BB comic because it doesn't make sense? And they said, well, we just did something like a last stick, a last nick. It was just a play on words. I was like, really? Like that's what you had?
Long arm of the, like we thought it was just because like were they trying to say
no, I
like
didn't get it.
Oh, you were
nothing.
touchy like with people and affection, but that didn't even make sense. Then why say the long arm of the law? The whole thing didn't make sense.
I could tell you, Eric. I wish I knew, but I have no idea. I asked them, and they were like, "Yeah, we just came up with that." I was like, "Oh, okay, great, okay, sounds fun."
It didn't make any sense at all. Did you did you like your zing?
I was just about to say that. So, all right. So I feel like I've been defending. I've had to defend my barber. So it literally was not his fault. He told me not to wear my hair like that. So I actually got my hair done. I was losing my hair. So I got like a procedure done. And so my hair started growing again. And I wanted to grow it long, like not having like starting to lose your hair like a younger age and then getting it back. Like you kind of want to grow it out.
Right.
So he told me to wear it like this, and I saw in my intro that it was flipped up, like in part of my intro, like, and that's how it was supposed to be worn. But like, I wasn't comfortable doing that going into the house because I had never really done it before.
Right.
So I just went back to what I used to do and just wore it down. But like my hair was cut to be styled up. So that's like, it's like getting a mohawk.
Right.
Like I try to explain this in one of my posting reviews. It's like getting a mohawk and then not mohawking it up. Like it looks weird. But like at the same time, like that's what I was comfortable with. I didn't know what else to do. Like typically I had my hair like cut short, like a 4 and just fade in the back. But like, I didn't know what to do. But now I have hair and I'm styling it. I was on my bike today, so I have helmet hair.
As long as you're happy with it, Nick, that is all that matters.
Right. I didn't get it though at first. I'm like the bowl, and then like I went into the DR. I'm like, yeah, you guys were talking about my ball photo, weren't you? And they're like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's good.
I always thought that, like, the house guests had no say about their pre-season look. Like, I always assumed that everything was
I don't know what we're allowed to talk about, but they do, like, Sam's outfit may or may not have been his outfit. Put it like that. His move-in outfit. So
no, it's very clear they want to put you guys into the roles. They need the, nerdy, or, they let Nicole actually dress all season long. We saw Nicole in the pinks and the rainbows, but we knew from watching the feeds, Nicole's like, I wear leather jackets and ripped jeans at home. I've never
She's the best.
wanted to think in my life.
She's literally the best person in the world.
Yeah, she is good. Okay, let me take, because you have so many questions. Human frailty. Okay, who is your favorite person to snuggle with in the house?
That's a loaded question. Probably Tommy, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really have a reason why. Just probably Tommy. I would like. That's probably because I was the closest with him in the house. That would be my answer.
I saw a lot of people asking, if you were in the final 3, who would you have taken to final 2 with you? So I guess
out of who?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's say if it was Nicole, you, and Jackson.
Oh, what do you mean? I would have taken Nicole.
I think you would have taken Nicole too. Is there any scenario where 100%. You wouldn't have taken Nicole to the end?
So Nicole, originally, like my totem pole, like when I first got back, it was Tommy was going to go to 2 with me. Sis was 3, then Nicole was 4. Then it switched when Sis left. Then Nicole was my 2 and Tommy was still my 1. And then the week that I got prankster, which was the week I went out, Nicole flipped up to my 1. Nicole was my new 1 because like I just trusted her way more at that time. Like Tommy was upset that I didn't tell him about the prankster, but I didn't tell him for a specific reason. I felt something off. I couldn't pinpoint it. I was going to take Nicole to final 2 over every person in that house.
Okay, so
after starting at the week, I got put up.
Even if the final 3 ended up you, Nicole, and Tommy, you would have brought Nicole. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that point, I got put up though. That's when I changed. Oh no, sorry, something just popped up. No, yeah, but starting that week, yes, I would have brought Nicole.
Because, I mean, I'm sure that you are well aware. I mean, Tommy was never voting against Christy. That didn't happen.
That was a
correct.
Surprise, yeah.
He just made that excuse up to just tell you. So I knew in that moment, I was like, I don't know how you go forward with him there. What are your feelings on that situation? Because obviously there are people who feel it's unfair to put people in the house who know each other. You kind of are the victim of that. So
I definitely was affected by that the most. I mean, I personally, that's what I believe. I don't love it. I think that after a certain time, it should have been like out in the public, because like, if you ask Tommy and Christy, they will say that it was not an advantage. And I think they're the only 2 people in the world that will say that knowing each other is not an advantage, because that's one less person you have to worry about in the house. The only thing you have to, and this is just my opinion, the only thing you have to worry about is it getting out, that people find out that you know each other. But other than that, it is such an advantage to know someone always has your back. Like, even when Tommy was HOH, when we were waiting for noms, I'm sitting there scared, like, oh my God, is he going to put me up? And like, you never know, but like if I go in there with someone that I know, I'm never worried about them. Like, that's a final 2 from the get. I know with the twin twist, like they had told people, I thought that it should have been told, and I think that's why some DJ hired someone to shout over that Christy and Tommy knew each other. Unfortunately for us, Tommy, Nicole, and Cliff were the only ones in the backyard, were the only ones that heard it, and they didn't think that an outside source should affect the game, which I do agree an outside source shouldn't affect the game, but I feel like that would have leveled the playing fields out, so I thought it would have been fair, but it's a game, like expecting unexpected, I guess. I was kind of annoyed, though. I was frustrated. I was more frustrated that Tommy had told me when I had not asked him, like unprompted, he said, if you sit next to Christy, I'll vote her out. That was why 2 days later when I got the prankster, I was like, oh, this is easy. Cliff just told me Christy's his target. Tommy just said he would vote for me, and I got Nicole. So that's 3. I only need 3. So that was the whole reason. I would have handled the whole situation so differently. I could have put someone up. I could have strong-armed people, said, listen, you're going to vote for me or you're going up, and that was that. But I do it.
I mean, it is true. You definitely, you kind of were the victim of that choice. He was never going to vote against Christy. In all honesty, no, I don't think that it is harder. They definitely had the advantage. I agree 100% that they had the advantage.
I want you to ask him tomorrow, though, when he comes on. If you ask him, as I asked him, I said, what was better for your game, keeping me or keeping Christy? He told me keeping me. I bet you he'll say it on the podcast, too, that because his family told me, too, that keeping me was better for his game. I understand why he couldn't do it, but I was better for his game going forward.
I agree that you 100% would have been better for his game, too. I also think that I have a feeling what they probably wanted to happen was maybe that there was going to be drama there between him and Christy. I could just imagine if I was like an executive, like, oh, let's get the emotional and flamboyant gay guy and then who's very into his family and that is Italian, and then we're going to bring somebody that broke up with his aunt.
Well, I say I can't talk about production, but like if, never mind, I can't say.
Okay, well.
But she wasn't necessarily, like, always going to be on. Oh, Sis is FaceTiming me. Hold on a second.
Well, okay, well, tell Sis to relax.
Sis, I'm on a podcast right now.
What the fuck are you saying on it?
Oh, wow. She's mad at me.
Okay.
Because, yeah, people are literally DMing me saying that I was gonna fucking attack Nicole, and that's why you left her out of the fucking...
I said you and Jackson were mad.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna attack her. Don't say that.
No, I didn't say, like, you guys were angry at her. Not, like, attack her physically.
Because of that gameplay. I went home because of
Yo, these people are crazy. You went be home because you didn't promise Jackson safety.
No, I went
Could you tell Sis that she can come here and plead her case when she's ready?
All right. He said come on the podcast and you can plead your case. Okay, bye.
Tell her to stop listening to people that want to cause drama.
Oh my God. People just said that I said attack. Like, I didn't mean physically attack. Lord have
yeah,
mercy.
I missed that. So just to be clear, because now that will be in there, what was she saying? I don't think you said one bad thing about Sis.
No, so she said why I didn't let Nicole in the room during the HOH. I said that Jackson and Sis were mad at her and they would have attacked. I didn't mean like physically. I meant like they were the most angry in the room. You can see it in the clips.
Hello.
I didn't mean it. God have mercy.
Dear future house guest that might be watching this or listening, please stop listening to people on Twitter that want you to fight because they want your attention.
God. And then she said something about she went home because of me, but she didn't go be home because of me. She can handle that one herself. I was not the reason that she went home.
It was Jackson.
But, yeah, I know who it was.
No, I do hope that says I have not even got around. We have like the next few. I try not to schedule everybody so far out. I do like a few and then go to the next people. I really do hope Sis comes on. I don't know why everyone is saying that. We're so I thought we're having a fun time.
Like why would I say that? Come on, like
of course
don't twist my words. That's not what I meant.
Look. Again, I'm just going to put out the disclaimer for me of saying I don't like when fans try and fuel fire between house guests. I certainly think it is disgusting when fans affect people's real lives, go after families, jobs, stuff like that. It is just uncalled for, and I think they just don't represent a large part of the Big Brother community. They just unfortunately represent a loud part sometimes. And it's unfortunate that people would rather spread drama than.
That's fine. I'll call her when I get off, and she'll be fine. Like I didn't. I do
love how she thought to call though during it.
Yeah, she's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Sis, we love you, and I was against calling you sis all season. If anyone cares. I didn't like the nickname, and I said I didn't want to call her sis, but that was just me. Okay, let's go to some more of your questions. I saw Melanie and a bunch of people were asking this. If the vote had come down between Jackson and Nicole in the final two, would Nicole still have gotten your vote?
Probably not. It would have depended on her answers. Our questions that we were going to ask Nicole were really, really good. They were all game related. We wanted to kind of see what she was doing during the first half of the game. We felt, I know that she broke up the alliance. She didn't get enough credit for that. It doesn't seem so far through 10 episodes, but she definitely planned that. She told Jessica about the sixth deal, but that was a little bit later. But we wanted to know what she did because she was smart. She got behind me and Cliff, and we kind of protected her in a way. And Nicole's game protected herself. I thought she played a really good game. She knew how to keep her mouth shut, and she was brilliant with that. So I think she played a really good game in all facets. I would have considered it for sure, depending on how she answered questions. I wanted to know what she did. I think that, like I said, strictly game-wise, I think Jackson played the best game, so that's why he got my vote.
I'm now just thinking for when I edit this later, if I'm going to, in the beginning, go oh my God, there's such drama on this podcast. And we could, really play it up to make it be super
Please
dramatic.
Don't.
I'm not going to. Don't worry, Nick. But here's what I do. Let me ask you a very important question, Nick. I do have another important one to ask you. And it's actually from McNugget. Who wants BB21 wants to know, can you still do all the bird names in under a minute?
Yeah, I can try. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go.
Okay, crow, blackbird, red-throated falcon, condor, pink flamingo, male parrot, female parrot, wild snow owl, captive snow owl. What was it? Flycatcher bird, long-tailed mockingbird, breaking buff goose, 2 sharp-shinned hawks, 5 baby sharp-shinned hawks, a white-tailed eagle, a yellow-billed loon, a miniature warbler, European robin, blue robin.
Wow. I cannot believe it. I really thought they were going to bring that back to you guys at some point.
Yeah, I remembered all 19 because they were like, oh, you never know when it's going to save your hide, and apparently it didn't save mine. Yeah. I was ready to crawl through that door again for a battle back, but that was another letdown.
I have to say, I just did see a lot of people making a very good point in chat that I do love, they love too, that you just said that you wouldn't have voted for Nicole. That right there, I think, says a lot about you, meaning I think a lot of people after the fact now have just jumped on the Nicole train and been like, of course I would have given the win to Nicole now that she's America's favorite. So just saying, I appreciate your honesty in answering the question.
I went strictly based off of gameplay. I mean, that was just what my vote was on. It had nothing to do with any personal encounters with anyone. So obviously I cared more about Nicole, but if she sat next to Holly, Nicole would have smoked Holly too. We all knew Holly was going to be second place no matter what. The only way Holly would have won is if she won the last HOH and then didn't bring Jackson, because that would have been a power move.
Interesting. Just Nona wants to know, also, are things good with you and Christy now?
Yeah, me and Christy are cool. We had a love-hate relationship in the house. We definitely got on each other's nerves a lot. She was the only one, she just was such a good liar. This was her thing when she would lie. She'd be like, Nick, come on. And you couldn't do anything to get past it. Once she hit you with the Nick, come on, you're done. Toast. So I was like, ugh. So when she got to the jury house, she was telling me about some of the stuff that she had lied about and admitted to. And I was like, thank you. That helped me gain respect. She walked in the house and she's like, I was going to throw you that prank shot HOH. And I was like, thank you. Because that was the whole thing.
Yeah. Lori Sheehan wants to know, what are your feelings on Jackson cheating while being a have-not? So I'll change it and say, have you heard the rumors?
I have heard it. We asked him about it and after the show, and he said that he did not. So I don't really know what his reason would be for lying afterwards. You guys would have to ask him that question. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you.
I hope that we can ask him that question if it's a question he wants asked. But I mean, he did. I mean,
he saw it. So I don't know. I didn't see anything, so I don't know. I haven't watched. I don't know. The game's over. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
It's not going to affect me.
Just people were wondering what you thought about that. Kyle, oh, no. What would you say, Annie0615 wants to know, what do you contribute to be the biggest mistake that you made in the game? So if there was something you could go back and change, what would you say what was your biggest mistake?
I think what I did, I would say that was my biggest mistake. There's a couple of them. I think one, not fighting for Sam to stay during day 44. I feel like I could have got him to stay. I didn't really realize what it was like to have a ride or die like that, and once he left, I didn't have one after that. But I think my biggest mistake was trying to protect so many people. I should have just chose one person to protect, and when other people were making mistakes, I should have just let them do it. Instead, I would try to help them out and be like, hey, like, don't do this, like, don't do that. And then it would keep a target off of them and keep a target on me. So I should have just, either picked Tommy or Nicole or just protected them. I made a 6 deal that I didn't need to make. I didn't make that for me. I was safe with all 5 of them. I was trying to do it for them, each other, and then it got blown up, which didn't help my game. So, yeah, I guess just trying to protect too many people. Like, I should have just, had my one person and then focused on that and then let other people make mistakes.
Right. And David North wants to know, what was your proudest moment?
Winning the counting sheet veto for sure. I mean, the HOH was nice, especially now knowing that I would have went up if I didn't win. But my life was on the line, and I had to go 3 times. Tommy only went twice. So I was exhausted during that counting sheet. I was definitely nervous. I knew that my life was on the line. Actually, Isabella had said something to me before she left. She was like, I realized that we were only going to be able to experience this once, and, like, I'm not ready for it to end. And, like, I kind of stuck to me when I was out there. Like, I just kept saying Game 6 Clay, Game 6 Clay. Because if you look up Game 6 Klay Thompson playoff stats, they're, like, insane. So, like, I got into that mindset, and I just knew I had to win. It was amazing. I was actually planning on hurdling the gate. Like, I was going to straight just jump over it. But by the time I got done, I had, like, no energy left, so I just couldn't do it. I almost, like, passed out.
Yeah. Jill Curry wants to know, what do you miss most from being in the house?
The competitions, I would say.
Okay. You got this from a bunch of people. Was there anything that happened while you were in the house that you found out that shocked you afterwards, in the real world?
Oh, yeah. Andrew Luck retiring? Are you kidding me?
Is that sports again, Nick?
What?
Is that
sports? Jimmy Butler, like, I'm wearing my Jimmy Butler. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm wearing my
love
Jimmy
him.
Butler shirt.
Jimmy
because
Buffett, love it.
I wanted Jimmy Butler to sign the Supermax with the Sixers, and he went to the Heat. I was devastated.
Sixers, yes. Anything else?
Yeah, no, really, like, I don't know. It was really all sports related. Like, yeah, Andrew Luck retiring was probably the biggest shock to me. Like, when I found that out, I was like, what?
Okay.
But,
okay, let me ask you
this. Colts are 3-2 now, I think.
What would you tell Tommy is the thing that shocked you the most when you were outside the house?
What you wanted me to say? Oh, that they knew each other?
Oh, no. I wanted you to say, I don't know what I wanted you to say. I was just making a joke that I don't know about sports, Nick.
I was being honest with you. I don't know. That's really what shocked me the most.
No, good. Do you regret, Janice Burns wants to know, do you regret not putting Jackson up during
this is the reason I didn't put Jackson up. Like I said before, I explained why I put Christy up. The reason I didn't put Jackson up was for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want to compete against him because I knew he was a good competitor. I knew that he had a chance to not be put up. And 2, I had already thought that I had the votes to get out Christy. I wanted to keep Jackson in the game because he always would have been a threat over me, whereas Christy would not have been. So I thought that going after her, getting her out, if it ever came down to me and Jackson on a block, I mean, knowing him, he might have been able to get out of it, but we were both pretty good with our words, so that would have been a battle to see. But I felt like my chances would have been better sitting next to him in a later time. I just thought I had the votes already, so I guess I got greedy.
Let me fire through these really quickly with you, because a lot of people always want to know this. Number 1, would you ever do The Amazing Race?
I don't know. I don't even really know about the show, to be honest with you.
You raced around the world with somebody.
Well, I know that, but, like, I don't know how to do it. I'm not, like, do I have to, like, book my own flights and stuff? Like, I don't know how it works.
All you have to do is just be in a competition show where you're flown everywhere and do challenges all around the world. Who would you want to do it with?
From this past season?
Or anyone.
I don't know. That's a great question. I feel like doing Amazing Race with Kat would be funny.
Okay. What about the challenge? Would you ever want to do the challenge?
I don't really know what that is. That's an MTV show, right?
Yes, it is the MTV show. Or if you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is.
I don't really know what it's about. I just know it's, like, real competitive, right? It's like all competitions.
It's like Big Brother meets Survivor.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm good on reality TV shows right now, but I don't know.
Okay, well, I have to ask you the last one for everyone asking, but Survivor, would you ever want to do Survivor?
I don't know. I think that would be the toughest one. Like if I had to pick out of the three, I probably would do me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Is there anyone, I mean, I think I already know what you're going to say to this too, but is there anyone that if you could pick to have any returning player come back in and play the game with you, who would you pick?
Who do you think I would pick?
Well, I was going to go with Tyler now.
Oh, not from our season.
No, well, yeah, any season. Any season.
Oh, I was going to say Sam from our season. From any season, if I could have played... and like would have been my ride or die?
Yeah.
Probably Victor.
Really?
Yeah, that man was a beast.
Victor was.
Man was a beast. Or honestly, Vanessa Russo, because that girl, I didn't like her when I watched. Not like I didn't like her gameplay when I watched her.
Right.
But then I respected because it was so amazing how she like manipulated everyone. I thought that was so cool. She was like my favorite female house like that I've watched like gameplay. Like I thought
I agree.
She really did well enough to win that season. I think if she would have owned up to what she was doing, it would have been so much better. But she kept like denying that she was manipulating. I thought that's why what cost her. But I thought she played an amazing game. That was the first season I watched also. But if I could go back, probably Victor, because he would probably always be a bigger target and he could win a lot of comps. So
yeah. I don't know that she's so much denied as much as she came up with the great thing of you just have to have a reason. She would flip it and backstab and then just make up the reason.
She was so good. And she made deals like she did. I just had so much respect. Like JC's game, like how he kind of played both sides last year. Like, oh my God. Like I asked him, because I hung out with him a couple times since I've been out when I was in LA. And I was like, bro, how did you do that? Like, how did you get on both sides and like not have your stuff getting blown up all the time?
Well, it's easy when half of them have no clue what's going on. But, so, and I love them. I love Fessy. I do, but you know, who flipped? I mean, I love me some Fessy, but even Scotty.
I love Fess. I talked to him too.
Even Scotty will tell you, no clue what was going on in that house. Is there anyone, I saw a lot of people asking, is there anyone that you won't keep in touch with or that you don't want to keep in touch with from your season now that it's over?
I would keep in touch with everyone if that's what they wanted to do. No, you're not automatic restarting. No. No, you're not. Okay, good. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I would keep in touch with everyone. I mean, that's obviously not going to happen, but that's yeah. I don't have anything against anyone.
I have like 3 more questions for you, and then I want to let you say what you want to say to everybody. But I want to take this one from Jill because I think this is a great question. She says, being in the mental health field, do you think that more should be provided to house guests post-season in the season? Yeah, in the season and after the season, because it does seem like there is a lot that you all are dealing with, afterwards.
Yeah, I 100% believe that. I think that therapy is amazing for everyone. It's super, it can be super beneficial. I mean, I've seen like the amount of change that I've made. I've been in therapy. I've seen the change that it's made in me. So I've seen it from both spectrums. I really believe that you should get it in the house, even if it's like a 20-minute session, just check-ins, but whatever. But coming off of the show, it would be nice if they hooked you up with someone.
Right.
I know how to get in touch with a therapist if I need to, to work. So that's fine. But yeah, I definitely think it would be beneficial for everyone just to kind of process everything. It was like a culture shock coming back in. You get it like love. I think everyone got hate but Nicole. Some more than other, but it's tough like coming back out.
Were you surprised about Holly and Kat knowing each other?
Honestly, I didn't really care. Like that didn't really like once it was out in the open, like they didn't really know each other that much. Like they knew each other enough to like each other's Instagram posts, but it wasn't like Christy and Tommy knew each other. I mean, yeah, sure. Like again, that's another, an advantage, slightly, but
yeah. You know what actually I want to do, Nick? I'm going to give you full screen to say what it is you want to say to everybody. But first, let me just let everybody know, again, really quickly, make sure that you guys head to our Instagram and like that Nicole post. Really, you just have to follow. You don't even have to like the post. You just need to make sure that you are following us on Instagram at Reality Recaps in the next 3 days so that you can win the autographed slippers, the bunny ones from Nicole's HOH basket. It seriously is one of the best things we've ever given out. I cannot believe more people are not trying to get it when it is such an easy way to win. And by the way, if anybody is a regular on this show, you know I love giving out prizes and feel bad when people don't win, so I just may give out more stuff if you're following over there. Also, if you've missed any of our past shows, you can check them out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb21 for this season. The house guests we've already interviewed, our daily live feed update shows, Trash Draft, Find Out Where You Place, Get Flashback Times, all on the bb21 page. Of course, you can see the content from all of our previous seasons of Big Brother that we've covered there. We've literally interviewed every house guest, look at the comedic mashups and more, all on the website, as is our Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race, Bravo, tons of content on our website if you want to keep it going. And John and I are live every single Thursday now covering Survivor over on TV Co at 7 p.m. So make sure you follow us over on TV Co to watch our Survivor recaps, which are have already started, but that's where they will be live, and then of course on our website after. You guys are watching live now and you now, so make sure you fan here so you're alerted every time we go live. We'll be live with Tommy tomorrow. Again, if you want to help financially support our shows, yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Find out all you get from that. Or, I told you in the beginning of the show, you could always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Or you can start all of your Amazon shopping with yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. Those are all great financial ways to help support our shows, and without that, we couldn't keep them going. But in case you are a cheapskate, just share our stuff. Share it, like it, tell your friends, put it in places where you might not, where you think it might get some love. Tell a friend, download it, you know, just show it some love. Commenting is all great. And of course, following on Instagram if you want to win some good prizes. I'm not contractually allowed to tell you, but you really should do it if you want to win some good stuff, because there's stuff coming. But anyway, let's hear what Nick wants to say to all of you guys that came out here tonight. Nick, the floor is yours. Take it away.
So everyone that came out here to watch and listen to this podcast, I truly do appreciate it. I truly appreciate your support throughout the whole season. I hope that you liked the game that I played, and I hope that you respected the game that I played. I really answer everyone on social media, so if you ever message me, I will always answer you back. It might not be speedy, but I promise I've answered everyone that's DM'd me. Also, in addition to the people that don't like me, I appreciate and respect your opinion. I'm not asking you to like me. I know that I've made mistakes, and I'm going to continue to grow from them, and I hope that as I continue to grow and forgive myself, I hope that you guys can forgive me.
Beautiful, Nick. Now, where do you want people, if they want to follow you and they want to, you know, keep the conversation going? You're on Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I have a Facebook, but I'm keeping my Facebook just like actually like family and friends, that people I know. So if people are adding me on Facebook and I haven't added you back, like that's because I don't know you. Instagram I'm letting is public, so that's all I have right now. It's Nick.Maccarone.
Right.
That's it. I don't have a Twitter either.
You can make a public Facebook. I do that as well. Like I have the
I know, but like I don't know. For me, Facebook, I'd rather just have like with my friends. Like I want to see their posts and like stuff like that, and family. I'm just trying to keep that like family oriented. I want my Instagram to be for all my fans. Like I don't know. That's just how I like it. I love the interactions that I have with the fans. Like I follow them back. Not everyone, but I try to follow like equally. Don't ask me to follow you. I don't like that. When people ask me, like I liked it based off of like conversations that I have like with people like holding conversation if they ever need anything. Like I love being able to like just communicate back with them and let them know if they ever need anything. Like I've had people reach out to me, ask me for like, you know, just asking me questions and trying to help out. So I love doing that.
Okay, I want to ask you final question that I'm gonna take from our town, who wants to know, did you learn anything about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know about yourself before you started this journey?
I think that I learned that you can always continue to grow. I feel like I didn't know where I was at a point in that show. Like I said, I lost myself, and like I was able to continue to work and regain myself. And I feel like knowing that you can always persevere and through mistakes, people will forgive, and you can forgive yourself, and just loving yourself again. Because I definitely, you know, I wouldn't say I don't love, I guess, yeah, like I don't love myself right now as much as I did before I came onto the show because of something. So like I'm just regaining that back. So like knowing that you can get through things, you can persevere, and that people are supportive. Like I have a lot of support, which is really nice, not only through my family but my fans, and you know, I love interacting with them because they are so supportive, and I appreciate like everything that they've done for me.
Right. Well, I love that too, Nick. I really, again, I always, like I said earlier, I am always here to give all house guests, you know, the opportunity to explain themselves and to apologize and to take actions. I love being able to say that, at least for me. I definitely see that, you know, with you and how you have been post-season. I think a lot of people here see that, so I hope that you have success in doing that going forward as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Everybody, I will see you guys back here tomorrow night, same time with Tommy. Patrons, we're going to be heading over to the patron group in about 2 minutes. So we will see you guys over there. Congratulations to Michelle M, who is the #1 fan and winner of the Skype call with Nick. Congratulations, Michelle.
Yay, Michelle. I'm excited.
All right, we will see all of you I'll see all of you guys back here tomorrow, or patrons, I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, guys.